Hey guys, this is Mike Hanley, and you guys just saw my film Closing Odds. I wanted to give a little presentation explaining the overall process of the film and why I chose some certain selections that I did. The film was actually originally given to me by somebody else. It was one of my friends who, dare I say, is a bookie himself. So he kind of started explaining to me a lot of the problems he would face and the issues he would go through as doing something illegal, but he gave me a lot of reasons for why he kind of had to do it. He didn't really have much choice. But with that came a lot of choices that he probably did have to choose from, but decided to choose certain ones that weren't the greatest for him. So it kind of put me in the duality of the idea of like choices is really the question of this film. In this film, I was hoping to kind of relay to you guys a little bit of the reasons I picked certain issues. I've gone through a lot of these things in my life before, addiction, other things like that. So I was hoping to kind of, give an example for everybody else who doesn't want to talk about it and doesn't want to really explain who they are to themselves sometimes, because it might just be better to gamble it and see what happens. So that was a big reason that I picked this film. Another reason I picked this film was just influence. A lot of people I knew had a lot of influence on these decisions and the ideas that we chose for the film. The idea of duality, having the color theory put in place. A lot of the colors and things that people are wearing have to do with really their emotional background and their symbolism with them. So yellow, for example, Arthur, our referee, is wearing yellow. He has jealousy on his mind. Or red and white, these violent, Jack is very violent, but at the same time, he has a little bit of purity still left in him. So the big thing I wanted to talk about was really three scenes. One scene was going to be the red tint. I added the red tint in a lot of these scenes for kind of the Scorsese effect, the effect of showing danger without saying it, but everything you need to know right there is directly in front of you, and you already understand the vibe or the feeling of the film when it goes into that scene. When you see Jasper awaiting his money, freaking out in the apartment. Another thing I wanted to go over was there was a big emphasis on audio anxiety. I feel a lot of people have anxiety nowadays and they don't really talk about it because they don't know it's happening. So I wanted to show that in the film, how it builds up at the end scene with Jack hiding the cop's body. So that was a big part of the audio choices, was to build that anxiety and make sure people knew that you were supposed to be as anxious as the people in the film. And then the third thing I really want to talk about is just kind of like video shot choice. A lot of video shot choice that we did was based on what we could, afford to do at the time. A lot of things with COVID restrictions caused a lot of issues with having multiple people in places and things like that. But a lot of on the shot selection, I would try to do a lot of very personal, up close feelings to once again give that anxiety or make it feel that you're a little bit closer to the character. We handheld a lot of our stuff. I'm handhelding this video right now to try and help it be a little bit more personal, because this whole film is really just about self anxiety and a lot of things that people kind of endure on themselves when it's not needed, but sometimes it's a little too good to offer up. The idea of betting in itself, but a big three of them was really just the shot selection, making sure that we kept you close to the frame of every character, along with the red tint, the color selection to help provide a little bit of unconscious thought towards some of the film aspects, and then of course the audio anxiety to make sure that as the anxiety built and built and built, everybody else was in their seat kind of feeling that same anxiety. I would say I took a lot of the idea off that of Uncut Gems, where the anxiety gets to the point where you almost want to turn it off, but we're not going to go that far. We're going to make sure that people still want to watch the film and Yeah.